I'm going to do a couple videos on my Quickjack. These are just going to be on a couple of the accessories. I purchased the Quickjack wall hangers. They work real well. You have to put them into a stud and you support the jack at the bottom. You don't hang the jack off of these. These just keep them from falling over is their main purpose. But they're do the job perfectly. They keep them right up against the wall. They really are well worth it, I believe. You can see I've got some wheels attached to my Quickjacks. They're on both ends. I'll do a different video on those. But I wanted to talk a little bit about this putting together the hoses and the fittings. There's two ways you can do it. You can use Teflon tape or you can use thread sealant. And what you want is a hydraulic thread sealant, not just a standard thread locker, because you got to put these hoses together, these fittings on them. And same thing with the fittings on the hoses down here on the ends. You got to put those together. Now, Quickjack no longer sends a Teflon tape with them. Instead, they send the hydraulic thread sealant. I don't really like the thread sealant that Quickjack sends. It's a Chinese sealant, so they get it from them, from China. I prefer the Pneumatic hydraulic sealant. I just feel that it does a better job than this Chinese sealant would do. I just don't trust the Chinese brand. They give you a huge bottle of it. You only need a little bit of it to put this together. But I highly recommend purchasing the Permatex brand Pneumatic hydraulic sealant. It's non-fouling. It's a number 54540 is the one that you want to get. The reason why they've moved away from using Teflon tape is if you get the tape wrapped over the end of it, a little bit of the Teflon tape can break free, get into the hydraulic lines, and then it could end up fouling the pump. And once you foul that, you may end up having to buy a new pump, and they're rather on the expensive side for this. So that's the reason why they went to these hydraulic thread sealants. One thing you do have to be wary of when you use the pneumatic hydraulic sealants is you do have to let them cure for 24 hours. You can't just put it together and within an hour have your jack working and start lifting things with it, because you will get leaks. This type of sealant does have to cure, but once it's cured, it's going to be very rare that you would ever have a leak from it as long as you did it correctly. But the red bottle, that's what comes with the Quickjack. So they do at least send you the thread sealant. However, I suggest if you're going to order a Quickjack, just go ahead and order some Permatex brand and have that on hand when you put together your Quickjack. I just feel the Permatex brand is well known, it's trusted, it's a quality product. I don't know much at all about this Chinese version. Doesn't really say a lot on the bottle of it. Just says it's a medium strength, high viscosity metal pipe thread locking and sealing fittings. That's all it says on the front. Doesn't say anything about being non-fouling. So I don't know if some of this, if you got a little bit of it spilled up over the edge of the hoses, if it got into the line, is it going to foul? Is it going to create a little ball of sealant in there that will get into a part of the pump that may cause a problem down the road? I don't know. However, the Permatex brand is non-fouling. So Again, I just think a Permatex is a better solution. I think it's worth purchasing it just to make sure the job is done 100% correctly.